Aquarius, how are we? Just doing love readings for you this week. See what's going on for you with your love life. Make sure you do leave a comment on the video so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. Today we're going to be doing a Celtic cross layout, but I am just sort of mixing it up a little bit because I'm using some extra decks today as well. So we are going to grab your main energy here with the Divine Goddess Messages Oracle. I also am using the Weird World lenormand. Now, this is actually 2 decks in one, so sometimes we are seeing doubles coming through, clarifying the importance of different things. But I will also grab a couple of extra cards today from the Love Confessions Oracle. Okay. But getting sort of straight on into it for you, we will draw those cards out for you and then sort of jump on in and see what's going on for you here, Aquarius. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, of course. Aquarius, present energy for Aquarius, please. Overview. All right. Moving into the main portion here, we're going to have a look at the past energy in love for you, Aquarius. The past energy in love, the future energy in love. What's crossing you, challenging this? Okay. We also have here the crown, the ideal outcome for you with love. What's beneath Aquarius here, the subconscious energy. And the standalone cards here, firstly, we have your attitude, advice for the situation, the external influences of the situation here, your hopes and fears, as well as the outcome. All right. Looking pretty good, not going to lie. It looks pretty good. Starting with your present energy here, we do see awareness coming through for you here, Aquarius. Taking time to be fully present in the moment. All right, so the present is the present, definitely needing to be present. So that's the energy of the present, is we're really needing to just focus on the here and the now, not worrying about the past, especially not worrying about the past with what I'm seeing here, but not worrying about the future either. Okay, just taking things as they come and just being very aware of each and every moment. It's that stop and smell the roses kind of energy, especially here, like I said, the past. We don't want to know about the past for you, Aquarius, because we have the rats, the mice card coming through for the past here, which is, past losses, past stress, things that have eaten away at you and stolen your energy and, taken from you in the past. So there is some, some heavy losses in the past that are, trying to sort of drag you down and eat away at your energy and draw you back into those cycles. So definitely, that's why we're needing to stay in the present, because the past is trying to pull its way back around and make you repeat these cycles of loss. And we don't want to be doing that. All right. Because, the what's challenging you and crossing you here, we have the broom. So it is challenging you to actually sweep all that under the rug and, move on and have a clean sweep and start all over fresh kind of thing. That is a bit of a challenge for you here, Aquarius. So, you are needing to pay just a little bit of attention to that and refocusing yourself very constantly on the present moment. All right. So every time you start thinking about the past stuff, you need to, really, really clear yourself out, clear your mind out, and think to what's going on right here, right now. What's in my life, what's right in front of my face right now, rather than allowing yourself to sort of get pulled back into those memories or whatever that might be, especially too, because it is Mercury retrograde at the moment. So the past does have a very strong pull at the moment. So it is just challenging you a little bit here, trying to, bring you back into those past loops, those past cycles that you have kind of, I feel like, escaped from, those those things you've worked so hard to move away from. You're just having to consciously, rewire yourself a little bit every time you find yourself drifting down into the past. You just rewire yourself back to the present moment. All right. Especially, the future energy we do see before you. We have the dog coming through. Look at that, the protector. Very loyal energy. So we definitely do see a very loyal companion in your future here, which is lovely. And I think that this person is going to be very, I feel like majority of you haven't, like, maybe haven't met this person yet, but some of you have, but and know exactly who that is. But this person does seem to be, a protector. They're very protective kind of energy. Like man's best friend. They That's going to be a very important part of this connection with this person is the support, the understanding, the compassion. They're gonna hold space for your past. They're gonna protect that side of you that is, you know, gets caught up in things that have happened to you in your life. They're going to be protective of you in that sense. And it's going to be very important to you, the friendship between you and this person, not just the love, but the friendship that you have. It's like, you hear people say all the time that, oh, my partner is my best friend, and your situation is definitely going to be like that. Okay, it really is. That's going to be a very, very important part of this relationship is the friendship that you have with each other and the way that you can, you just get along and you feel this sense of understanding and you know that this person is loyal to you. All right, you're not. I feel like you're not going to really have issues around trust in this connection either, which I feel that that's important for you to hear. That trust is not going to be an issue with this person because the loyalty and the compassion and the understanding, you just get each other, right? And it's like, like the people that are closest to you, you don't worry about trust with those people because they know you so well. And that's kind of what this is giving as well. So regardless of how long you've known this person or will know this person, it's very immediate friendship, I feel, for a lot of you here. Now, the desired outcome, the ideal outcome for you here, we have the bouquet. Okay, so you're just kind of saying, I just want someone that's going to give as much as I do. I just want someone that's going to reciprocate that. I know I give my time, my love, my energy, to love. I just want this person to do the same for me. I just want the equality. All right. I want them to give to me just as much as I give to them. So and as an outcome here, like the desired outcome, I think you're very well in place for that to actually be the full outcome, not just the desire. Okay, especially with what I'm seeing here. But as we go through here, the subconscious energy, we have the crossroads. So, this is what's beneath you a little bit here. This energy of free will, this energy of choice is sort of in the subconscious here that I do feel as though it is linked up a little bit here to your, it's connecting very much to your fears. It's connecting very much to your past that you're kind of just concerned, am I choosing the right path? Am I on the right path? Am I making the right decision? So it just lets me know that you're thinking things through and choosing. You're consciously choosing things for your life and your love life. But that leaves you in this energy of like questioning yourself. Did I make the right choice? Am I going to make the right choice? Is this the right person? Is this the one that's going to give? Is this the one that's going to be loyal? So you kind of doubting your choices a little bit when it comes to love. I do just want to say with that, because that's subconscious energy of free will, it does lead me to believe that your intuition is, pulling you in certain directions and you're doubting that. That's why your free will is popping up going, oh, is that really what's right? Because it's just questioning yourself, questioning your intuition. But trust your intuition a little bit more. Especially with what I see as your advice. We have the clover coming through. Take a leap of faith. Take a chance. Take a chance on this person. It feels like a risk, but your advice is to invest in them. Okay, take a chance. Take a leap of faith. Jump on in the deep end. Give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? You have to turn back around and just choose a different path. Yeah, it might oh, sorry, I'm bumping things. Yeah, it might, throw you off course a little bit. It might just be a little bit of a distraction and whatnot, but it's if you need to, you can. There's nothing stopping you from, changing that choice down the track if you feel as though you've made the wrong one. But your advice is to just sort of just jump in the deep end and give it a go. Yeah, this is good fortune too. So you've got good fortune on your side, and you're being advised to trust that and just jump in and go for it, kind of thing. The external influences, we have the ship. So this as an external influence, this is travel, okay, or distance. It does feel like distance more so than anything, that this person may be at a distance to you. You may travel a lot for work. They may travel for work, those sorts of things. You may meet them while you're traveling, and that's why it's difficult because, that's why it's influencing this connection, because there might be the need to then go on and travel because you were on holiday when you met them, and you don't live there, that you live somewhere else, kind of thing. So there does seem to be a very big component to do with distance and travel. All right, but sorry about that very loud car in the background there. Just give me a second. I'll wait until that stops. Sorry about the weird pause. One of my neighbours does have a very, very loud car. Yeah, so external influence of distance in some way, shape, or form. It may just be made difficult because I'm just picking up for someone here too that the influence there is not necessarily distance, but it's the modes of transport are the issue. All right, so you may not have a car, or they don't have a car, and so there just gets this travel issue does become a bit of a concern in the background of this connection. The hopes and fears. I'm not actually picking up the fears here because we've already kind of covered that. The hopes. You are hoping that the future that I described is the one you find. You're already hoping for loyalty. You're hoping for someone who understands you and just gets you. You're wanting to be known and seen. You're wanting to be, in a relationship with somebody who is understanding of you, and they get you and they're your friend, before your partner. So you maybe actually are sort of already hoping for a friend to turn into something more than a friend, um, or to have that strong connection in that sense with this person. You kind of don't want a person where you have to, get to a whole different level, and to grow into a comfortability. You don't want it to be awkward. You're hoping that it will just be comfortable, which, that's what that dog energy shows us, that it will be very comfortable and supportive. So, I feel like that's pretty straightforward, going to be fine for you. But we also see here the outcome for you, Aquarius. We have the lilies. Now, as an outcome, that is absolutely amazing. Okay, that is absolutely amazing for your outcome here. That is emotional intimacy. That is long-term energy. That is, the lilies. This is the person that you can grow old with. Okay, this is the person that you can open up your true heart to, your whole self to, and grow old with them. This is someone that teaches you to be kinder to yourself. Good, strong morals with this person as well, I want to say. That's why you do not need to be concerned about the loyalty with this person. There seems to be a lot of trust and strong morals in this connection with this person, especially, support, loyalty, all those sorts of, the qualities that you admire in your friends, this person has in spades. So there's not as much fear from the past as you may think. Okay, but we'll have a look here with the extra cards for you. Aquarius, what else does Aquarius need to know in regards to love? I want to say thank you, Aquarius, for giving me a straightforward message. Sometimes these messages can get a little bit overwhelming in the complexity, but that was very sort of straightforward. Okay, so this actually could be a spanner in the works, though. Going back to the external influence of this ship card. I feel the need to add distance. Once again, sometimes distance isn't physical distance. Sometimes it's emotional distance. I am not emotionally available right now. So there might just be a little bit of a waiting period. But I feel like for a lot of you that's actually fine, that the emotional distance is actually fine, because you're creating that bond of friendship, and you're still sweeping out, and getting through this issue of getting rid of the past, and just enjoying the moment, and being a little bit more confident in your choices. I think that you're kind of just growing the friendship side of things a little bit more first before the love. Because even though it says I'm not emotionally available right now, I think that they are more emotionally available than they think they are. If that makes sense, that they might think, oh, I'm not over my ex yet, or whatever. I'm not ready for love. But then it's kind of like once they meet you and get to know you and become friends with you, it just feels natural. We don't worry about whether we're emotionally available or not, because all of a sudden we're just giving our emotions. So, they are available to you. So it doesn't really feel like that much of a concern. It's just they seem to be in the mind space right now that they're not emotionally available. But once they kind of meet you and things start progressing, they're emotionally available without even realizing that that's what that is. So I don't think it's too much of distance there emotionally, but they may just say something when you first, meet this person, that, look, I just don't know if I'm ready for anything right now, because, I'm just coming off this and da da da. Can we just can we just hang out? It feels like that kind of thing. Can we just hang out and get to know each other? And then before you know it, it's got this natural flow and progression into something much deeper. I love the way you carry yourself, Aquarius. So keep on holding your head high. I feel like that's actually something to do with the way that you dress or the way that you look, and so when you're walking down the street, they just they love just watching you walk down the street, because you just carry yourself confidently. I'm just kind of picking up on like an Aquarius wearing something outrageous, or with outrageous makeup or something along those lines, and this person loves that about you, but that you're so confident within your own self, and your own quirkiness, your own individuality. Even if you don't see that about yourself, this person does seem to really appreciate that, and the way that you hold yourself in the world. All right. So they see that about you, and really admire that. But yeah, that's what we have for you today, Aquarius. You make sure you do leave a comment so you go in the draw for that free personal reading. And I will see you all again soon.